more than half of the population, menopause can bring a wide range of physical and emotional symptoms, including hot flashes, sleep disturbances, mood change. I don't know why I'm laughing. Mood changes and weight gain, yet many women face it without adequate support or information.
And there's a new place to go for free information. Take a look.
Are you having problems sleeping where you've got one foot in the cover, one foot outside the cover? Do you feel like you get hot flashes from time to time, this feeling inside that like kind of bursts out everywhere? Do you feel like you're eating the same, but you have a little bit of belly fat showing, you don't know what's going on with your body? Do you ever have those days where you wake up like, I'm just moody, irritable, I have a little bit of rage, I'm just annoyed, I don't know what's going on?
Yes, 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 yes.
Featured in that video is our next guest, who has been helping to bring the topic of menopause to the forefront. She's a New York Times best-selling author of How to Menopause. Please welcome our friend, Emmy-winning journalist and health advocate, Tamsen Fadal.
Good to see you.
How does that sound? New York Times best-selling
I know.
author, huh?
Well, it sounds great. Rolling off your tongue.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I'm going to tell you, the reason you're laughing is because we're like,
Yep.
check that box, check that box, check that box of all those symptoms.
Crazy town.
I know.
You know, Tamsen, let me talk about this because you've had so much success since you left Pix 11, and you say you found the magic in menopause, right?
Yes.
That was like a quote from you. What did you mean by that statement?
Yeah, and it's funny because when I say it to a younger person, they're like, how is that possible with this list of 34 plus symptoms? But, you know, I've really found a lot of different things during this time period. I think I've realized that it was really important to stop for a minute and take care of myself, which I wasn't doing before. I was in that grind constantly. Yeah. I think I also found a lot of purpose in this. You know, I think it kind of found me in terms of really realizing how important it was to look at what I'm doing, look at my habits, deciding how I want to live long term in terms of taking care of myself, even if it came to stress management or sleeping. And some of those things are simple, some of those things are a little more complex.
Yeah, but the great thing is you're making a lot of women feel like, you know what, I am not alone and I shouldn't be afraid to ask about it.
Yeah,
right?
We're not alone. We're not alone. There's a billion women globally that are in menopause as of this year. It's an unbelievable numbers.
And so now you're partnering up with Noom. Tell us a little bit about this partnership.
Yeah, I'm real excited because I think the most important part of everything is education. Like if you don't have education about it, you can't go anywhere beyond that. And so we really wanted to provide that education for women. So if they have these questions, they can go to this portal that you just showed some video from. And it's a menopause hub where you can get a lot of your answers. They have incredible doctors there and incredible experts, and then I talk a lot about more of the personal stories and just what happens during this time, because it's not just what happens in the doctor's office. It's a 360 approach to your life, whether we're talking about sleep or we're talking about weight or we're talking about lifestyle, and it's all important.
And it's personalized to the individual, right?
Yeah.
But what's important about it is you've talked about the journey about not being alone and having the community. So this provides that community, which didn't exist before.
No, you know, I didn't understand. I think I thought of the word community as like, oh, a couple of my friends that I know. Yeah. I didn't understand that community is so important during this time. One, so you don't feel like you're alone struggling, that you feel like something's wrong with just you, because this time is so individualized, whether you're going through perimenopause, which are those rocky years up until menopause, or you're in menopause or beyond. It's important to surround yourself with people that really understand what's happening, so you're not hiding it or whispering about it, you know, behind closed doors. And that's where we've been up until this time.
Yeah, because I think a lot of women are afraid to ask questions, but you also talk about how important it is to advocate for ourselves.
It's so important. You know, a lot of doctors, to their own admission, have not been educated about this. It's not their fault that medical schools were not teaching this. So a lot of doctors come out of that with a lot of questions themselves until they have a woman walk into their office with this litany of symptoms, not knowing what's going on with them. So it's real important to be educated. It's why I wrote the book. It's why I partnered with Noom. It's really important for women to be able to go in and say, look, here's what's going on with me, and here are some of the options that I want to talk to you about. Because if you're able to do that, then you're able to like voice up and not feel like you're going home chasing around different symptoms, going doctor to doctor, wondering what's the matter.
Yeah, obviously there was a need for this, right? The book is best-selling. You have a podcast now talking about this and other things that are kind of like about self, which is it's top 50 on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff, Tamsen. Seriously.
Thank you.
But what I've been most kind of interested in, just from the male perspective, are the men who are trying to also learn now about it. Because that was something that didn't happen at all.
No, and it's funny, like even the conversations that I'm having, if I'm coming to do an interview, it used to be just women that would interview me. Now it's the men sitting in the interviews. But you're right, there were not men part of this conversation as short as maybe a year ago. Like really, it's
we're just
it's
now my wife's
really
going through
changed.
something.
Yeah, or they'll be like, I don't know what's happening with her, but it sounds like she's got all that stuff. But now they want to know, they want to be educated. We have the documentary, The M Factor, that we've talked about. They're coming and seeing the film with with their wives, with their partners, and workplaces are talking about it because we're surrounded by, we're all together all the time. So a woman that is going through this transition at some point. So I feel good about that, and I feel excited because relationships change during this time, especially when there's not communication and we don't understand what's happening.
Real quickly, we've run out of time, but how do they access the information on Noom?
Noom.com/menopause.
Easy peasy.
Yes, very easy.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Tamsen. Great to have you here.
And for anybody interested in checking it out, the new Menopause Education Hub, completely free, okay? That's what's so important. Like Tamsen said, head to noom.com/menopause to explore it. Make sure you check out the book and her podcast as well.